What's going on? What's going on? You're tuned in to Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bang, Season 1, Episode 30. Can you believe that we have been hanging out for 30 live streams? I can't believe it. So I know I'm a little late. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. I was on another YouTube show on another YouTube channel, Hassan's channel, and the conversation was just so good. But I said, I got to go. I got to go. I got my own live schedule. So I'm here. And we are going to talk about how can lemonade be deadly. But before we get into that, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share this with your friends. And if you haven't watched the other episodes, definitely go back and check them out. So, how did we get on this topic of lemonade? Okay, let me tell you guys. During the last live stream, which was Coffee and Bagels with Chef Big Bang, is my longest live stream in all of Big Bang history. But we touched on the subject of how this lemonade was deadly and was unaliving people, unfortunately. Make sure you go check out that live stream. It was really, really great. So we touched on it a little bit, but I was thinking, I was like, no, we got to do a food case study and we really have to investigate and we need to break down how this lemonade is dangerous and why this has happened. The reason why we need to do that is so that we can educate all of you guys and you guys can know exactly what you're putting in your body. To support this channel and keep the stove on, hit the cash app, money sign Chef Big Bang. Make sure that you follow me on all my social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, of course, TikTok, and Rumble. But before we get into the live stream and the height of the conversation, I'm going to share my screen with you guys and show you guys my food group on Facebook and show you guys what we ate today and what we are cooking up. So, as you guys know, Chef Big Bang is a new YouTuber, so when I hit these buttons, if I go away, I'm coming back. If you are on Facebook, oh, see, I already hit the wrong button. I already hit the wrong button. It's that simple. If you are on Facebook, join my food group, Chef Big Bang Foodie Gang fan page. Okay. Okay, that's the right button that time. So, yes, so I started this food group a couple months ago because I was thinking I want to share my food with the world. And I was posting so much content on Facebook that can y'all believe they try to ban me and restrict me in a couple of groups? I said, "Psst, I'm just gonna make my own group so I can post what I want as much as I want to." So that's what I did a couple of months ago, and we're at 290 members, but we're waiting on you to join. Even if you are someone who does not cook a lot, that is perfectly fine because we're posting recipes in the group all day long. We're sharing recipes, we're sharing different diets. So one of the members she's on a keto diet. I don't even think I'm saying it right. A keto diet. One of my members is intermittent fasting. Some people just eat what they want, so it's a little bit for everybody. This looks delicious. Buffalo chicken grilled wraps with fresh sweet potato waffle fries, dry rub chicken cooked in broth and topped with buffalo sauces, gorgonzola cheese, cucumbers, and tomatoes, and mild cheddar grilled on a flat top. Woo! So we got a little bit of everything. And so Okay, so this is one of the members, Foodie Gang fan page members, who is on an OMAD diet. So it's only one meal a day. So I'm showing you guys all these different diets because I want you to know that even no matter how you eat or where you're from in the world, you are welcome to join this group. Everyone is accepted, even people who do not cook a lot. Everyone's welcome. So this is me and my daughter at Olive Garden years ago. That's probably like 2 years ago. I said like it was a long time. So yes, definitely join my group. This is my name on Facebook, but if you type in Chef Big Bank in the search bar, my content will come up. So yeah, I post like 4 to 5 times a day on Facebook. I go live a lot when I'm in the car. So if you guys want to see me in the car, definitely follow me on Facebook. And yeah, so you can post your videos, reels, um, pictures, and then okay, so that is the thumbnail for today's live. So we're gonna break down this lemonade. Okay, so this is a question that I wanted to ask you guys. This or that, watermelon or pineapple? Okay, I know what y'all gonna say. I already know. All black people like watermelon. Not this black person. I cannot stand watermelon. So it's a no-brainer for me. I'm picking pineapple all day. Watermelon is just so gross and just it made me want to shake. So yes, follow my Facebook group. Follow me on Facebook. I'm gonna stop the screen share. And the last couple of lives, I've dropped the link in the chat so that if anyone wants to come up and join me, if you want to share your stories about energy drinks, or if you know someone who drank the Panera drink or lemonade, and you anything that you want to share, you are welcome to come up and share. So let me drop that link in the chat, and y'all know I'll be talking. So when someone joins a chat, it doesn't like ring or anything, so they just be sitting down there chilling in the queue. So I'm gonna keep checking it. I'm gonna try not to leave y'all down there for too long. But I be getting carried away. I be talking and all that type of stuff. So okay, so I just dropped the link in the chat. I'm gonna pin it to the top. So if anybody wants to come up and join and share their story about energy drinks, if you know anybody or anything like that, feel free to join and share their story about energy drinks. If you know anybody, feel free to come up and share your experience and also react to these videos with me. Okay, so I'm gonna pull up our first video that we are gonna break down. So I heard this story. I was like, this is absolutely crazy. How can lemonade unalive people? How is that even possible? What? I was just like, we gotta break this down. And this is episode season one, episode 30. So I wanted to try something different. I wanted to get my lead attorney on, get my CSI and really investigate these topics. So I'm really excited about this
been fi-
because I feel like I'm like on the case. Okay, so I'm gonna play this video and we're gonna talk about it. This is crazy. You guys need to be careful of what you are consuming. Hit the like button and subscribe to 907 Goodies so that you can be informed about what you are eating and we can learn together.
Filed against Panera Bread. The chain is now being blamed for a second death connected to its highly caffeinated charged lemonade. The family of a Florida man says back in October he drank 3 charged lemonades in one day. Later,
Okay. I don't know why you would drink 3 lemonades in a day, back to back to back, and they filed because it's advertised as a charged lemonade. But what does that mean? That does not mean highly caffeinated beverage.
the 46-year-old had cardiac arrest. It's unclear if he knew how much caffeine the drinks contained. A single charged lemonade contains nearly the limit of how much caffeine the FDA says an adult should safely consume in a single day.
The fact that the FDA has a limit, FDA, yeah, I said it right, has a limit of how much caffeine you can consume in a day. And this one drink, has almost the full daily limit. And homeboy drunk 3 of them. I mean, that is absolutely nuts. And why are people and places of business or places even able to sell items like this? Like this should not even be on the market. It shouldn't. Let's go ahead and watch that one more time because that just is crazy.
A lawsuit has been filed against Panera Bread. The chain is now being blamed for a second death connected to its highly caffeinated charged lemonade. The family of a Florida man says back in October he drank 3 charged lemonades in one day. Later,
All right. We know why it happened. He's from Florida. You know what Charlamagne the God be saying? All the craziest people in all of America come from the Bronx and Florida. 3 lemonades, and I don't the serving size of the lemonade is 20 ounces. So that's 60 ounces of lemonade, of charged lemonade. That is insane. And you guys need to be drinking water. You need to be drinking water. Maybe have 1 lemonade or I don't even know if you should be drinking this type of lemonade. If it was a regular lemonade, 3 cups of lemonade in a day, I think is a bit much. If you include, factor in the amount of sugar.
the 46-year-old had cardiac arrest. It's unclear if he knew how much caffeine the drinks contained. A single charged lemonade contains nearly the limit of how much caffeine the FDA says an adult should safely consume in a single day.
So then why did they allow Panera Bread to sell something like this? If one drink contains a daily amount of caffeine or almost a full daily amount of caffeine, then it's common sense that if they didn't advertise that, somebody could go and drink another energy drink or even eat something with caffeine in it and be over the limit very quickly because of this one drink. So why are they allowed to sell these? Absolutely insane. And then they're not even gonna tell people? Nah. They deserve
Has
secrecy. Okay, so we're up to 2 people being unalive from this drink.
A second person has died after drinking Panera Bread's charged lemonade. Here's what we know. In a lawsuit filed Monday, a Florida man allegedly drank 3 of the drinks, which come in sizes between 20 and 30 ounces. Later, he suffered a fatal cardiac arrest while walking home. The large 30-ounce size of Panera's charged lemonade has about 390 milligrams of caffeine. That's more than an 8-ounce can of Red Bull and a 16-ounce can of Monster combined. It's equivalent to about 4 cups of coffee.
Did y'all hear that? Did you guys hear that? Hey, no captivity with Freezy, how you doing? He said, no captivity with free said, hey sis, those so-called energy drinks have been causing heart attacks very frequently. That he said, I'm gonna have to go back because he's pretty much said 2 energy drinks. Make this one drink. Y'all, that's crazy. But make sure that you go subscribe to No Captivity with Freezy. Hit the like button and turn the notification bell on so that when he goes live, you'll be notified. And I'll be dropping that link in the chat pretty soon. Let me go back a little bit. And they got different flavors.
Can of Red Bull and a 16-ounce can of Monster combined. It's equivalent to about 4 cups of coffee. The family that brought the lawsuit states that the Florida man
4 cups of coffee? At some point, you just need to go to bed. If you need a drink equivalent to 4 cups of coffee, you need to go to sleep. That's it. You just need to go to sleep. Because if you need that much energy, you never had enough in the first place. I want to do a shout out to Main Event Fro with the $5 Cash App. He is going to be the sponsor of the show. So give me a moment, y'all. Let me get that together. But at what point do you just say, I need to go to sleep? Like, at what point? 4 cups of coffee? Like, I wonder how much the drink costs. So yes, that's going to be our new sponsor of the show. Let me go
had
ahead
high
and
blood
put
pressure
this.
and didn't drink energy drinks as a result. This comes after a 21-year-old with a heart condition died after consuming the same drink at a Philadelphia area Panera. According to the lawsuit filed by her family, she had bought the large cup, which is about 30 ounces, and had just one. She later died of cardiac
Dang, I thought it was 20 ounces. It's 30 ounces. They fouled for that.
arrest. The lawsuit also mentions she knew she had a heart condition and avoided energy drinks because of that. She was unaware of the amount of caffeine in the drink, according to the lawsuit. Panera's website does mention the levels of caffeine in the drink, but photos of the menu show that it's advertised as having the same amount of caffeine as the dark roast coffee. A Panera spokesman has said that the company stands, quote, firmly by the safety of our products.
And then they gonna double down on it? What y'all doubling down on? People have become unalive and have lost their lives because of your drink. And all you can do is double down and say it's safe? No, it's not. It's clearly not safe. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
A second person has died after drinking Panera Bread's charged lemonade. Here's what we know.
I'm gonna play this video one more time for y'all. We're gonna break this down because this is a lot of stuff mixed into this controversy. Okay, there we go. I'm saying it right.
In a lawsuit filed Monday, a Florida man allegedly drank 3 of the drinks, which come in sizes between 20 and 30 ounces. Later, he suffered a fatal cardiac arrest while walking home. The large 30-ounce size of Panera's charged lemonade has about 390 milligrams of caffeine. That's more than an 8-ounce can of Red Bull and a 16-ounce can of Monster combined. It's equivalent to about 4 cups of coffee. The family that brought the lawsuit states that the Florida man had high blood pressure and didn't drink energy drinks as a result. This comes after a suit filed Monday. A Florida man allegedly
And then they're gonna try to blame this man. They're gonna try to say he had high blood pressure. And that's another reason why you guys should have a warning label on your drinks. Because anyone that has high blood pressure, this could have occurred to that person. So at the end of the day, y'all wrong. Y'all wrong, y'all wrong, y'all wrong.
and didn't drink energy drinks as a result. This comes after a 21-year-old with a heart condition died after consuming the same drink at a Philadelphia area Panera. According to the lawsuit filed by her family, she had bought the large cup, which is about 30 ounces, and had just one. She later died of cardiac arrest. The lawsuit also mentions she knew she had a heart condition and avoided energy drinks because of that. She was unaware of the amount of caffeine in the drink, according to the lawsuit. Panera's website does mention the levels of caffeine in the drink, but photos of the menu show that it's advertised as having the same amount of caffeine as the dark roast coffee. A Panera spokesman has said that the company stands, quote, firmly by the safety of our products.
See? That's what I tell y'all. Like this video, subscribe to 907 Good Eats. Learn how to cook, learn what you're eating, become knowledgeable about food. Because as time goes on, there's more information on the internet. There's no excuse, pretty soon, but you got to be aware of what you're putting in your body. You have to be aware, or at least be seeking to get the knowledge and the information, because just knowing what you're consuming can save your life. Can save your life. Panera is definitely wrong and at fault for this, and they should definitely lose those lawsuits and have to pay a lot of money. But I want to say that no amount of money can bring back the loss of your loved one. I have dropped some links in the chat to No Captivity with Freezy and Main Event Fro. Great YouTube channels. Definitely make sure y'all check them out. Hit that subscribe button. And Sophia has a great YouTube channel as well, where she is cooking and she's based in Switzerland. I'll be dropping that link as well. But y'all, this is why it is so important to just know what you're putting in your body. And the sponsor of the show is going to be Main Event Fro with $5. If anybody wants to become a co-sponsor, you can send $5. And if you send more than $5, you can even become the sponsor of the show. But let me get into the next video. Y'all, I be enjoying this little food stuff. It ain't even about no money. I like food. And this story to me is so interesting. And I heard the story, but I never did a deep dive into the whole story. And I want to do more food case studies, because it's very important to, when something is recalled or there is a food that is unaliving people, that we need to really investigate why. We need to figure out why so that we can avoid it too. But let me go ahead and play this next video for y'all.
Drink. Now, her family is bringing a wrongful death suit against the restaurant. This 21-year-old student.
Okay, I'm gonna restart because I don't think I did it right.
Died a few hours after drinking Panera's popular Charged Lemonade energy drink. Now, her family is bringing a wrongful death suit against the restaurant chain. Here's what happened. In a lawsuit filed this week, the family of Sarah Katz is alleging that Panera failed to properly warn consumers about the caffeinated drink's contents. On the day of her death, Katz drank a Charged Lemonade and collapsed several hours later at a restaurant, according to a friend who was present. She was taken to the hospital, where she went into cardiac arrest and later died. 21-year-old Katz, who suffered from a heart condition called QT syndrome type 1 that can cause abnormal heart rhythm.
So there are a lot of people in the world that have heart conditions, and they don't find out that they have heart conditions until they're doing a strenuous activity, such as working out or a labor-intensive job. So there are a lot of people that have heart conditions, and because of that, they try to avoid caffeinated beverage. They try to avoid strenuous activities. And so by them having this lemonade not be labeled as an energy drink, and you're someone that has a heart condition on top of that, that is one of the most scariest things. And it is absolutely Panera's fault for this incident.
symptoms because of exercise or stress, avoided energy drinks according to her family. The lawsuit says that Katz was, quote, reasonably confident it was a traditional lemonade and or electrolyte sports drink containing a reasonable amount of caffeine, safe for her to drink. The lawsuit further claims that Panera markets, advertises, and sells its charged lemonade as a product that is plant-based and clean with a similar amount of caffeine to its dark roast coffee.
And then a lot of people are going to be doing that. They're going to be claiming that what they are selling is healthy and that it's plant-based or it's natural. Do not be caught off guard by those words because everything that they say is not always true in its entirety. And that's why it's really important to know what you're eating, subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit the like button, and we're going to keep breaking down these foods, case studies. We're going to keep going over food. I'm keep coming with the recipes because Chef Big Bank's on the case.
But in reality, Katz family lawyers point to the fact that the stores do not specify a quantity of coffee, making the comparison vague. The drink, in its largest format, contains more caffeine than cans of Monster and Red Bull energy drinks combined. In a statement on
That is crazy. Have you guys ever drunk a Red Bull and like got the shakes a little bit? Can you imagine drinking two energy drinks back to back? Y'all, I got this video of this girl who's gonna tell us how she felt after she drank the charged lemonade. Cause I done had energy drinks before and I like felt like really antsy, like had the shakes, like I had so much energy. But I could not imagine drinking two energy drinks back to back. Like I said, at some point you just need to go to sleep.
Monday, a Panera spokesperson said, quote, we were very saddened to learn this morning about the tragic passing of Sarah Katz, and our hearts go out to her family. We will work quickly to thoroughly investigate this matter. Last year, the drink caused a stir on social media, with many users discussing the effects of the large amounts of caffeine. The Katz family is calling for better warnings on such products or for them to be taken off of the shelf.
Okay, so main event Fro said I drink Red Bull and never got the shakes. Okay. Well, that's good that you never experienced the shakes, but I tell you what, if you experience the shakes off of energy drink, it makes you not want to drink them no more. Cause you're like, I don't feel right. But I've had the shakes, not every time I drink a Red Bull, but I think one of the times when I was working in the kitchen, working on the grill. Okay, so the cooks drink a lot of energy drinks. So I was drinking a Red Bull while I was working on the grill, and I don't know if it's because I was working or what, but I just started like feeling real antsy and like I got the shakes, and then after that I was like, nah. But one thing I will say is like after you drink an energy drink, the crash, like I always felt like a crash. I always crashed, and I didn't like that. So the next video I want to show y'all is gonna be the girl talking about how she felt after consuming the charged lemonade. This video is kind of long, so I don't think we're gonna watch the whole thing.
Experience about how one of those teas sent me to the emergency room. On August 15th, I decided to go to Panera, get some food. I'm ordering on the app and it tells me I have a coupon for a free drink. And it was recommending that I try one of their charged lemonades. So I ended up going and getting the smallest size in their strawberry lemon mint flavor. I drank half the cup with my food in about 15-20 minutes, and almost immediately I started feeling just the regular side effects of caffeine, the jitteriness, heart rate's going up, a little bit of nausea, etc. For how little I drank, I was really surprised on how strong and how fast these symptoms were arising, but I thought nothing of it, thought it was just normal. I was at a friend's house, so I decided to take my mind off of it, just go outside and hang out. For the next couple hours, my symptoms were amplifying exponentially. I was extremely nauseous, extremely jittery, my heart was having literal palpitations, I kept having to use the bathroom, my head was hurting, I could not catch a break. Nothing that I could do was making me feel better. And at the time, I was at a friend's house, so by 8 o'clock or so, about 3.5, 4 hours later, I decided I just need to go home. I'm feeling like absolute garbage, and I just need to go figure out how to relax. This is where things start getting crazy. So I go home around 8:30. I decide I'm just gonna lay down, do some literal breathing exercises because my heart is racing that fast. I'm drinking tons of water, just trying to find any way to combat this caffeine. But because I'm so nauseous, I just want to lay down and close my eyes, hopefully calming myself down enough that I will just fall asleep. It's like 9:30 at this point. I decide to lay down in fetal position, trying to alleviate some of that stomach pain. And as I'm doing that and closing my eyes, my whole left arm from my fingertips to my shoulder, deep into the bone and the muscle, starts getting ice cold and tingly. Like, I'm convinced.
Okay, so if you guys know anyone that has ever had a stroke or a heart attack, you would know that the left side, the left arm starts feeling weird first. Those are the signs that you're going to have a stroke or a heart attack. So when someone says like, "Oh, my left arm hurts," it is very serious. I don't exactly remember the reason why, but if you've ever had a stroke, the left arm starts to feel weird first.
That my arm is falling asleep. So I spring up, I'm scared, I'm thinking like, why is it feeling this way? This isn't typically how an arm feels when it's falling asleep. It's not usually cold like that, but I'm thinking maybe it's just a blood flow problem. So I'm running around the room, moving my arm in circular motions, thinking that I just need to bring some life back into it. I'm doing this for like an hour, okay, and nothing's helping. So clearly it's not a blood flow problem. I don't know what's going on, and every time I lay back down, close my eyes, that feeling starts getting a lot more intense again. While I'm laying down, I decide maybe if I just lay on my right hand side, that my left arm will even out with my right arm, things will feel better again. So when I lay down, not only does the sensation on my left arm still get more intense, but it starts to spread to the whole left side of my head and my face. I'm freaking out at this point. Not only that, I was having a little bit of vertigo, so feeling kind of like off balance and dizzy while my eyes were closed and I was laying down. And also my body started feeling
All of this from a charged lemonade. I know she was mad. She was like, "Man, I was trying to get some food. I'm just trying to get some lemonade. And now you're going through all of this." Y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, learn how they cook, and learn what you're eating. Start paying attention. Start paying attention. Stop. When you go out to eat, that's fine. Just know what you're eating, know where you're eating from. If the kitchen looks dirty, don't eat there.
like extremely heavy, like I couldn't lift anything up. I've never felt anything like this in my lifetime. So after about 5-10 seconds of feeling that way, I sprung up. I sit up, my eyes are wide open. My boyfriend looks at me like, "Are you okay?" I said, "No, I do not know what that feeling was. Something has to be genuinely wrong, and I think I need to call my dad." So I called my dad up. I said, "Dad, I'm scared." I explained to him the situation. I said, "Do I need to go to the emergency room? What's going on?" He said, "You know what? It's probably just normal side effects of caffeine. Why don't you go take a hot shower and see if that helps relax you?" It's 11 p.m. at this point. I'm exhausted. I have work the next day. So I'm like, "Yep, let's go."
Did she say her dad told her that? There's normal side effects of caffeine. What is he talking about? what? What? These are not normal side effects. He should have said, "Baby, I'm on the way. I'm coming to get you. We're going to the hospital." Not. He told her to go back and lay down. He's foul for that. Did did she say her dad? He's wrong for that. That girl could have lost her life like that.
Take a shower. Go sit down in the shower, let the hot water hit the top of my head. Nothing too hot because I didn't want my heart rate to go up. And I sat there for about 20 minutes. I wasn't feeling any better at this point. My heart's still racing, have all the other symptoms. So I decided, let's just get out. Turn off the shower, step out, and as soon as I do that, my heart rate shoots up again. It was already high, but now it's even higher. At this point, I'm in full panic mode because it's been nearly 8 hours since I even drank the tea, and my symptoms are still getting worse.
Why? This is 8 hours later. Y'all be careful with these lemonades. Man, and when something's wrong with your heart or your brain, it's like it's very scary. It's very, very scary. But just 8 hours later, and dad said it's normal. No, it's not. What are you talking about?
Now it's midnight. My symptoms have not improved one bit over the course of this entire experience. Called my dad back up. I said, "Dad, I need to go to the emergency room." So my sister ends up taking me to the emergency room around 12:30 in the morning, and I have to check in on a kiosk and put in the symptoms that I have. After I put in the symptoms, it alerts me.
What? Okay, we're gonna skip this part. She had to check in on the kiosk. Girl, this is an emergency. Y'all need to come get me right now. Got time for this?
Sleep. Okay, I have work tomorrow. They said, oh, great. We can just give you an anti-anxiety pill. So they give me this pill.
See, when you go into the ER, you need to act very belligerent. You need to act like you're in so much pain so that you can get seen immediately. You gotta act like you're on your last leg. You gotta act like you about to fall out so you can get seen immediately. She said, I have to work tomorrow. Girl, if you don't make it, you're not going to work tomorrow. I don't think you know what's going on. Boy, this is crazy.
Racing again. I said, are you serious? I can't go back to sleep now. Sure enough, I couldn't go back to sleep. So around like 5:30, I end up finally dozing off and waking up because I have work at 8 a.m. Overall, that was the worst experience I've ever had with a caffeinated beverage. I love Panera's food, but I would never drink that tea again. And actually, I've cut out caffeine completely since that day because I'm so terrified of that happening to me again. So if you're
She changed her whole life around. She changed her whole life around. We gonna cut to a commercial. We're gonna talk about it when we come back. I hope you learn your lesson. Hey, welcome back. This is Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bang, Season 1, Episode 30. Please hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Every Wednesday, I'm dropping pre-recorded content and I'm going live randomly. So make sure that you turn on the notification bell. And the sponsor of the show is Main Event Fro with the $5. You can send in $5 to become the co-sponsor or send in more than $5. And to support this channel and keep the stove on, it's going to be money sign Chef Big Bank on Cash App. Make sure that you follow me on all my social media platforms and Rumble. And I ain't told you about these yet. I also make children's content, Ava's Playtime. So please go and subscribe to that YouTube channel. Okay, so before the break, the topic of today is how can lemonade be deadly? We're doing a food case study. Before the break, we saw a young lady give us her experience when she chose to drink the charged lemonade. And because her experience was so terrible, she has now given up caffeine altogether. They are saying that this drink is equivalent to 4 cups of coffee or 2 energy drinks, which is absolutely insane. Okay, another thing that Panera was doing that was very, very grimy. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all what
That they
they
took
was
away the
doing that
free
was
refills of
wrong. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all what they was doing that was foul. Look, they said we trying to unalive people in the masses. Oh, and also I dropped the link. If anybody wants to come up on stage and join me, you can give your personal stories. Tell us if you ever tried this lemonade. Tell us if you ever had a bad experience with energy drinks or with caffeine. The link is pinned to the top of the chat.
the charged lemonade at Panera. Look,
Okay, let me go
very
back and
upset. They
start
took
it.
away the free refills of the charged lemonade at Panera. Look, it's behind.
She said that I am very upset they took away the free refills of the charged lemonade at Panera. Free refills? They don't even do that for soda no more. That's crazy. And they knew how much caffeine was in there. And they're giving out free refills? I
They
just
took
don't
away the
get
free
it.
refills of the charged lemonade at Panera. Look, it's behind the fucking counter now.
So sorry.
You know it was because that video last week of that girl tweaking.
Free refills. What? They don't do that for any of the drinks. Absolutely insane. Okay, so we're at 2 people, right? Right? Now it's 3 people. Now it's 3 people. 3 people since this drink has hit the market.
Another person is suing, claiming she has permanent heart damage after drinking Panera's charged lemonade. This 28-year-old athlete with no previous health conditions says she drank 2.5 charged lemonades at her local Panera. According to her lawyer, she says
2.5. So during the pandemic, they were able to limit people when they were buying like water, toilet paper, or various items. Why is there no limit? And even when you go out to get alcoholic beverages, they tell you like, "Oh, we can only give you a certain amount." Where is the limit? Where is the limit? Why are people able to order 2 and 3 charged lemonades when one lemonade almost contains the FDA amount approved I said it wrong. The FDA amount of caffeine you should have in one day. One charged lemonade almost equals that. So why is a person able to order 2 and 3? Why? You know why? Because all they care about is money. All they care about is their bottom line, which is why I say hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel.
She says later that night she had a lot of symptoms, including shortness of breath, heart palpitations, and feeling like she was going to pass out. When she went to the ER, she was diagnosed with an irregular heartbeat and put on daily medication.
She was doing those Spartan Beast races.
And then they put her on this medication, so she has to pay a lot of money for her medications to keep herself well. It's just very, very sad. Very sad.
Surfing, soccer, running, doing basically anything athletic. She can no longer do any of those types of extreme athletic activities.
Her lawsuit follows similar ones from families of a college student and a Florida man who died after drinking the lemonade. Since the lawsuits, Panera has moved the lemonade to behind the counter and added additional information about its caffeine content.
The fact that the lemonade was self-serve and they offered free refills on it is just absolutely crazy. And I don't even get that whole thing. And how much caffeine do you need? Like that's crazy. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, I got another video.
Trying Panera's Charged Lemonade. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm actually very nervous for the amount of caffeine this has. My regular coffee usually has 150 milligrams of caffeine and that already has me like jittery, but this one has 260 milligrams of caffeine. You can also get a large that has around 400 milligrams of caffeine.
400 milligrams of caffeine.
I just couldn't do that. Some people said it helps them be more productive. Some people take it as pre-workout. Yeah. I got the wrong lid and was wondering why it wasn't working, but now we're gonna take it off and just try it. Let's just see. Okay, that's very good. It straight up tastes like juice and I can literally chug this. I'm scared. Wish me luck. I'm gonna update you guys later on how I'm feeling, so make sure you guys like and follow.
We're not. She's gonna say follow me for this part 2. We're not following you. Okay, so main event Fro said, I'm slowly weaning off of caffeine. What made you want to make that change to get off of caffeine? Okay, so this drink has a lot of caffeine in it, and it's it doesn't seem like people stop drinking it since they know. It almost seems like they wanted to drink it more. Honestly.
Story out of Philadelphia is tragic. This is Sarah Katz, a 21-year-old Ivy League student out of the University of Pennsylvania. Sarah was at a Panera Bread in West Philly where she ordered a Charged Lemonade, a highly caffeinated energy drink. The drink went viral on TikTok after this user posted a review saying it should be illegal.
And I feel like the Hulk!
And after drinking the Charged Lemonade, Sarah later suffered a cardiac arrest at a restaurant in her apartment building. Sarah passed away, and now her family is suing Panera. That Charged Lemonade drink is believed to contain more caffeine than 3 cans of Red Bull plus guarana extract, a stimulant, and the equivalent of 30 teaspoons of sugar. The lawsuit filed by Sarah's family alleges that the lemonade was offered side by side with other non or less caffeinated beverages at Panera. Sarah's family wants the drink to contain a warning or stop being sold and are seeking damages.
It's just, I mean, what they did have done is very, very messed up. They weren't even telling people that it had that much caffeine in it. Okay, so we talked about cardiac arrest, and there's also another thing called heart attacks, and they are different. So now I want to jump into like the health side of it and really explain to you guys what cardiac arrest is versus a heart attack. So I have 2 videos I'm going to show you guys about what cardiac arrest is, because when you hear that, you're like, oh, I don't really know. Like, you don't really know what it is. And a lot of people don't know the difference between heart attack and cardiac arrest. There are a lot of different heart conditions and a lot of different terms. When I went to school, because I'm a CNA, but when I went to school and we went over the heart is so complicated and so important to us as humans. Okay, so we got somebody coming up. Let me move some things around. Can you hear me, main event?
I can hear you. Can hear me?
Yeah, thank you so much for supporting the show. I really appreciate it.
For sure. Yeah, I was the caffeine is like it. I guess it's just me, but it can become addictive. You know what I'm saying? Not because you doing it by choice, but it's like, man, I ain't gonna drink no coffee today. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna drink no Red Bull today. Then you get in your mode, you get to moving around, and all of a sudden your body just want it. Like you ain't really thinking about it, but your body just automatic. It wants it. It feeds that signal to your brain. And I ain't no psychiatrist or nothing, but it sends that signal to your brain, and you want you some coffee. You know what I'm saying? You want you some Red Bull. So I don't think it's a good thing to drink it how I drink it. You know what I'm saying? Like every day, I just gotta have a little taste of it. Even if I don't drink it all, be like, I gotta have a little taste of it. And I don't think that's good for my body. Just need to start back working out, eating a little bit more healthier, and get my natural energy or balance back.
I think you're absolutely right. And like when you say your story, I'm like, that kind of sounds like me. It's like I drink coffee every day, and it's like I don't think I've had many days without it. So I'm like, maybe I need to detox from coffee a little bit too. And doing this show has made me really like question my caffeine intake.
Yeah, you drink it, to stay up to do your shows and edit your videos.
I drink coffee because I like the taste of it.
Yeah, right,
I just like the taste. I got some right now, but I just like the taste of it. But there's not many days where I go without coffee. And
right.
so I don't think a detox would be a bad thing for me. It would definitely, going back to the caffeine being addictive, like maybe that's what I'm addicted to is the caffeine.
Yeah, it calls
And
your name. It calls
I,
your name. You know.
yeah, and it's like I like the taste of it. And my daughter, she be like, it's something nasty. Why you always drinking that, mom? But like after doing this live show, it kind of makes me like question, like, and then I'm questioning, can I go a day without coffee? I don't think that's a
Right,
good thing. Like, it shouldn't be that big of a task.
right.
So we're gonna do it together. We're gonna do it together, man and man.
Yeah, yeah. We're gonna okay. I'm gonna keep a check on you too. Then.
Okay. If you ever
Hey,
see me
hold
on the
up, hold
live,
up, hold
just
up, hold up. It's a they say it ain't no better time to start than right now. You know what I mean?
okay. I'm not gonna do it right now because I got a cup of coffee right now. But I am gonna like seriously think like, can I go a day without coffee? But I feel like tea has caffeine in it too, so I just got to go straight up to water.
Yeah, water
I think,
or some of those hydrant drinks. You know, without no caffeine in it.
but this live stream is gonna change my life. 'Cause
Okay, for real. Like I've been doing some thinking though, because I listen to Freezer, then I listen to you and Next Level, and then of course Mandrell about the health and all that. And
yeah,
it just somewhere deep in my spirit where it touched me at, and it's like, okay, it's that's a sign. You feel me? It's like I take that as a sign. I need to start eating more healthier, working more off my natural energy, and start depending on this other stuff that give me that. So I just gotta do better, you know what I'm saying? Start back working out and elevate.
yeah, I definitely agree 100% with everything you're saying. Like, since I started making videos and I have the food group on Facebook, and then I'm on YouTube now, I'm meeting all these people who are like encouraging me to do better, which is what I like. I never had people that were eating healthy. I never had those type of people around my circle. In my circle, everyone was like eating worse than me. So now that I have people that are eating better than me and like working out and they're active, it makes me want to be better. And it
Right,
makes me think like, oh, what can I do to eat better? Because I'm not 100% healthy or not 100% where I want to be.
right.
And I think,
Yeah.
I'm gonna eventually stop eating pork. because
Oh
of what
man,
Next Level said. I'm
you got to leave that pork alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I have a script of bacon from time to time. You know, I ain't gonna say I totally don't eat pork, but yeah, it's made me. If I eat like pork chop and stuff, it don't make my body feel as good as it was. So I weaned off of it.
yeah. I have some pork in the house. I'm gonna eat the rest of it, and I'm gonna try my best to stop eating pork and not buying it. And then after that, then I would try cutting out meat. But for right now, I'm gonna, you know, focus on eating healthy, like eating my vegetables and stuff. And then I eventually do want to try cutting out pork, and I want to see if my body is gonna feel different.
Mm. Yeah, you have to try it.
Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all know that I'm gonna be on YouTube with a whole live show. But how do you feel about these charged lemonades that Panera is selling?
Yeah, that I think that's illegal if they're not letting anyone know there's caffeine in it. And then I don't even think you should have that much of a dose of caffeine in one drink anyway. Like you have to space it out.
Yeah, they came out with a super energy drink.
Man, that's a death wish.
And then can you believe it was free refills on it and it was self-serve at first? They just moved it to the back of the counter.
Yeah, I seen that. Like that was crazy. Like a free refill. You trying to kill somebody. Like I don't think your heart can beat that fast. For
And it's
real.
like I said, at what point do you just say I need to go to sleep?
Right.
But I
Yeah,
didn't
that
know that it was self-serve and free refills. I'm like, "What?"
yeah, that's crazy.
That's absolutely insane, and it doesn't seem like you said, it doesn't seem like it should be legal to have a drink with that much caffeine in it.
Yeah.
It's
So
crazy.
yeah, it got to
But what I playing right now is a video on cardiac arrest. Do you know anyone that has ever suffered from cardiac arrest or a heart attack or a stroke?
um a seizure, you know what I'm saying? I seen somebody go into a seizure before,
Those
but
are
that ain't
those
that
are scary
but
too.
I don't think they got nothing to do with what we talking about though. Like that's a whole different something that can't be
Yeah,
explained.
yeah, I think that's stems from the brain. So
Yeah.
let me go ahead and play this video.
Cardiac arrest. The two main pumping chambers of the heart just stop pumping due to a change in the heart's electrical system. It's a condition called asystole. More often, the ventricles start quivering. They look just like a bag of wriggling worms. They don't accomplish anything. They don't pump blood. This is called ventricular fibrillation. Often ventricular fibrillation begins with the ventricles suddenly pumping very fast, 2 to 4 times faster than normal. This is called ventricular tachycardia. Blood is still circulating, but if ventricular tachycardia turns into ventricular fibrillation, the heart no longer pumps. If the heart stops pumping for more than several minutes, a person dies. Fortunately, the heart sometimes can be started up again.
So things like CPR or you ever saw I forgot what they call it, but you ever saw when they have the two pads and they put it on the person's chest and they go clear? What
Yeah.
that's doing is that's shocking the heart. And that's the only way that they can really like you can really get your life saved is I think it's
Wow.
called
I forget what it
I
called, but
I think
they
it's
got
called like
that they gotta be on
I
time
forgot
with
what
that
it's
too though.
called.
Yeah, I can't think of it right now. I just call it the shocker. You gotta get shocked. Shock you back to life.
Yeah, You gotta get shocked because what it is like your heart stops working. And
Right.
then what your heart does is it pumps blood to the rest of your body, to every organ, every limb. It pumps blood all around your body. So if the heart stops, that's
No
that's
circulation.
it. That's it. You know?
Wow.
So that's why it's when you have a heart condition, it's so important, very important. And the fact that this drink is causing people heart to not work properly is so scary.
Yeah. And see, I done heard about, what Red Bull do to people too. Like they got a bad reputation, you know. I mean, people still drink it though, but
I know it almost seems like this drink became a little bit more popular once all this sparked off, but it's all fun and games until it's you.
yeah, it is. Yeah. So that happened to you.
That's crazy. Like, can you imagine you just going to go get a lemonade and then all this happens to you?
Yeah, that'll put you in a messed up space inside your head. You about to die. You feeling yourself about to, how the girl said her left arm stopped working. Then she felt it all on the side of her face. That's like you can panic and lose your life. So man, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Having a heart
scary.
very scary. And how did you feel about what her dad said? Her dad said it's pretty much go take a shower.
Yeah, he should have just
Or he
took
said,
her to the should have just took her to the hospital right then and there.
I agree with you on that. Like, what would the shower do if you're
Yeah,
not if you don't feel well?
I want to know
Like,
how did she say it? Did she say her left arm stopped working? Or she just said she wasn't feeling good?
oh, I see what you're saying. But even if she said she wasn't feeling good, what would a shower do?
Now, I
Right.
mean, I mean, me being a
Whatever
father,
she
I would
said is
I would ask
important though.
questions. I mean, the thing is, he should have asked questions like, "How you feeling? What you feeling like?" You know what I'm saying? To see what's really
Yeah.
wrong.
He was probably doing something. He was probably in the middle of something.
Ain't no telling, man.
Because what? I wouldn't give that advice to anybody who said they weren't feeling well. I would be really concerned. But he was doing something. Oh my god!
He
I
probably
thought that was insane.
he probably just ignored them on purpose.
I don't know, but he just seems so calm. He's like, take a shower, lay down. He was then he gonna say it's a side effects of caffeine. What?
And that's a problem. Like if she full of caffeine and she ain't feeling good, then maybe need some doctor work.
Yeah. And then her saying, I gotta go to work the next day, that was crazy too. Like, what?
Ain't no working for you. No work.
Yeah, that was crazy. Okay, so there is a difference between cardiac arrest and a heart attack. And in this video, she's gonna tell us what the difference is.
Here are 5 things you didn't know about cardiac arrest in less than 60 seconds. Having a heart attack and going into cardiac arrest are not the same thing. Cardiac arrest usually occurs when there's an electrical disturbance in the heart which causes it to stop beating. Not all cardiac arrests are caused by heart attacks, but many heart attacks can lead to cardiac arrests. Cardiac arrest can be caused by almost any known heart condition, including arrhythmias, coronary heart disease, congenital heart conditions, changes in your heart structure due to disease or infection, genetic disorders, extreme physical activity, or extreme blood loss. Approximately 90% of people who experience a cardiac arrest outside of a hospital die. Performing CPR quickly and correctly on someone who's in cardiac arrest can double or even triple their chance of survival. I'm Hannah with the Heart Foundation. You're never too young and it's never too late to start living a more heart-healthy lifestyle.
That's crazy. She said 90%.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You got to be on time with it, you know.
Yeah, you definitely can't wait too late, but that is so scary. 90% of people that have cardiac arrest don't make it. Like, but that CPR can really save your life.
Yeah, you got to be around somebody who know it.
But one of the things about CPR is like sometimes it be like cracking people's ribs because they got to press really really hard on your chest. They got to press really hard,
Right.
and it's crazy. It's crazy,
Man,
man. But can you believe all that from a lemonade?
yeah, that's a scary sight, and it's also be scared to see somebody go into a heart attack or cardiac arrest. You know.
Yeah, because it's like, yeah, you may have even for me, like, yeah, we may be in the medical field, we have training, but when it actually goes down, you're like, oh snap. Like I
Right.
feel like I need to go brush up on my CPR technique after this live
I ain't did it
because
since high school.
I did it probably like 2 years ago. I went through the course, but you know how like they're always changing things, and then they'll be like 2 years later, they be like, "Oh, we figured out this, and we figured out that."
Yeah.
They're always changing stuff.
Yeah. Things pretty much elevate. The longer we here, the better things gonna get with the technology.
Yeah. I mean, do you think things are getting better? Well, if you ask YouTube, everybody's going to heck. We the world's falling apart, but in real life, I do kind of feel like things are getting a little bit better in some aspects.
Yeah, it ain't a yin without a yang. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to take.
Man.
That's why I always say you have to take the good with the bad. Stay positive about it.
Yeah, because I feel like if you focus on the bad stuff, of course you're gonna be mad and angry because you're focusing on the bad stuff. That's,
Right.
like you gotta still try to be positive because it's like, are you gonna live your life or you're gonna succumb to all this drama, to all the bad stuff? Like, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna give up or are you gonna keep fighting?
Right.
You know? Oh,
Yeah.
but you guys hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Tomorrow at 9 a.m., I have some shorts coming out, some pre-recorded content. I probably will not be going live on Wednesday, but on Thursday, I'm gonna be going live. I don't know what the topic is gonna be yet, but I'm gonna figure something out. What about you, main event? Do you have what's coming up for your channels? What do you have in the queue?
I got to do the NXT review, but for Show Friday SmackDown review, and on my other channel, on the Frizzle channel, I'm cooking up something right now. I'm cooking up something. I got to get my notes ready. I got to like I said over there, I watch a movie, then I do a short movie review of it, and then I take the lessons out of the movie and relate that to real life. in the end. So I got this next movie I'm about to watch. I never liked it, but now I had walked in on it the other day and it was interesting. Like, okay, this gonna be deep.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes you won't like a movie and then you see it years later. You're like, okay, I kind of get it now, or I like it, or you may feel differently about a piece of a movie or a video that you see years ago. You might see it later and be like, this is dumb, or you might see the point in it because everything has a story.
Right.
Everything has a story, but I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Season 1, episode 30. Did you watch the coffee and bagels live I did? We had you were actually a part of it. We had No Captivity with Freezy. We had Main Event Fro tuning in from work, y'all. And then we had Next Level and Hassan. It was a great live. Make sure that you guys go check it out. Definitely subscribe to Main Event Fro and his second YouTube channel. And No Captivity with Freezy and Hassan. I think Hassan's channel. But thank you so much for tuning in from work. I really appreciate it.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. It was cold. It was cold out there too. I had to keep moving around. Then it had started sprinkling. I was like, oh man, time to get back in.
You said it was like 32 degrees, like 30 where you at. Man, try negative 20, negative
No,
10.
no, not a chance, not a chance. I'll freeze to death. I'm not. I
That's
say
what every
everybody, like everybody body is made different, right? So you got some people who made
yeah.
for the cold. Then you got some people who made for the heat. Because when I be out there in the heat, everybody be saying, "Oh, man, I would have fell out there how hot it is." I'm like, I don't start sweating until I get to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, but anyway, I'm used to the heat.
And see, I'm the opposite. I can't. Well, I don't want to be cold, and I don't want to be hot. I want to live in a climate where it's like 70 degrees, 80 degrees, and it just like stays there. Because I don't like when it's too hot, like 100 or in the 90s. I just, like I lived in Oregon for 10 years, and towards the end of my time there, they started hitting the triple digits. I said, "Oh, I gotta go.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's pretty
I
hot
can't
though.
do this."
That's pretty hot.
Huh?
I said that's pretty hot.
It was a triple digits. I was like, "Ain't this the Midwest?" It was.
I don't know where you can balance it out at. I don't know. I ain't did no studies on it.
It seems like everywhere is like really hot and then really cold.
Right.
You know? It's like
One or
that's
the
what I'm
other.
saying. Like, I don't know where I can go in the world. That's gonna be where I'm at a comfortable temperature. It seems like I'm always gonna be too hot or too cold.
Yeah, pick one.
Do
Shoot.
you like lemonade? Are you a lemonade drinker?
Oh yeah, I drink lemonade.
Okay.
I
Me too.
yeah.
My favorite is strawberry lemonade.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's real good. But I like to drink it with
It
I like to drink it. You know, you cut your own lemons up, put lemon in the water, and don't add no sugar to it, and I drink it like that.
Oh, you drinking lemon water.
Yeah,
But
take the sugar out.
they say lemon water or like water with lemon in it is really good for your it helps with digestion. And speaking of this episode, I'm gonna go get me some more lemons and I'm gonna get right. I'm gonna take my own advice.
Oh yeah, that's good for you.
Yeah, it's good for you. And so, I had bought some lemons the other day. My daughter was like, "Oh, I want to try some," and I gave her some. I gave her some lemon water. She was like, "This is nasty."
Yeah, it's just like water with a little, a little ting to it. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
Yeah, I feel like this. If you're someone that drinks water all the time, sometimes it's nice to infuse it with like a fruit, like cucumbers, mint, or something just to kind of give you a little break from it tasting so plain,
Yep, that's it right there. No sugar.
you know? And that's another thing I need to work on. I need to work on reducing my sugar intake. And I think like now that we done talked about it, I think if I cut out coffee, that'll take a lot of sugar out. I drink it sugar. I try to drink it sugar free, but lately I've been putting sugar in my coffee, and so if I just cut out coffee completely, that could help me as well.
Yep, sound like an idea.
Look, I'm about to be like 2 pounds.
That's about the only thing I have to do. I have to eat a lot. So what I have been doing is eating those them little McAllister meals, like fettuccine and broccoli, you know what I'm saying? Fettuccine and broccoli. And they supposed to be healthy for you, put it like that. Whatever I eat, the spaghetti and meatball, house, and some more stuff, you know what I'm saying, that come in them boxes.
Yeah. I mean, can we switch? Cause I eat like 2 things, and I be ready to gain weight. So what I've been doing is I've been intermittent fasting, I've eaten twice a day. You know, I've had my days where I've, like, cheated and, like, ate a pretzel or 2 when I wasn't supposed to, but overall, compared to how I used to eat, it's better, you know?
That's what's up. But did what I want to say. You talking about some switch up. It ain't fun being little either. It ain't fun having a high metabolism. I got to smash. You know what I'm saying? I get to work. I can eat before I go to work. I start working. I got to stop working. Go buy me something to snack on. Everybody looking at me crazy, like you just got here. Why you didn't eat before you got here? Like I did eat before I got here. So sometimes my manager have me something already ready because they know they know I'm gonna stop and go grab me something to snack on. So something to eat. I stop and get something to eat on them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's
it
funny 'cause
got
I'm trying to eat less and you're trying to eat more.
right. I'm like, man, I'm tired of eating. Every time I turn around, I gotta eat something. Like I'm burning so much energy. And I guess everything got its pros and cons.
Yeah, it's so crazy because it's like you really don't get to pick your metabolism. It's kind of like that's just what you're born
What
with,
you're
you
born
know?
with.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's definitely crazy, but the good thing about food is that there's so much to discuss. There's so many different perspectives, so many different diets, and I've learned so much because, like, yeah, I've always cooked, but I never like opened it up and like shared it with the internet before. And so I've probably been well, this channel I think is like 6, 7 months old. But just in this short amount of time, like when with me having the food group on Facebook, having the YouTube channel, I've learned so much about food too. And it makes me like, okay, I need to try new foods.
Yeah, that ain't a bad idea. Cause I'm so finna try some new food.
Yeah, and so you ever get that feeling where you're like, dang, I'm always eating the same stuff.
Yeah, that's why I'm at the point now. Like it's always this, I got to switch my game up, you know?
Yeah, and I feel like I didn't know what to eat that was different. And so now when other people like sharing the recipes and like I'm seeing other pictures, I'm like, okay, I can try that, or I can step out of the box because I feel like I be eating the same stuff.
Yep. I be seeing the photos and be like, man, I'm getting hungry again. Can't tease me with food. I'm, I'm an eater.
That's one thing I would say that's kind of like been kind of hard is like, well, I'm doing the intermittent fasting, so I'm eating twice a day. But I got this food group and I'm always posting food. So it's like I'm looking at all these videos and all these pictures, but it's making me become like more disciplined.
Right, right.
And I'm like, okay, I'm just looking at, and then I look at videos and stuff of what I was eating before I started intermittent fasting and eating more vegetables. And I was like, man, I'm just blessed. I'm not 400 pounds.
Well, at least you're working on it though. You know, you're working on what you feel you want to work on. You pushing toward, but it's always a harder push. Let's push harder.
Yes, I
Yeah.
agree with that. And this coffee thing, I think you're
Oh
right.
yeah.
I think I need to like try to
That
live
that's
my
that's
life
got to
without
go.
coffee.
That's got to go. I know for me, cause I be up like I told you, I be up all night, like, and I lay down and try to go to sleep. I later I be laying there with my eyes closed, getting irritated, getting mad at myself. Like, man, I can't. Just let me get up and do some work. Then, if I ain't finna go to sleep right now, I'm finna get up and work on something.
That's exactly how I feel. And I feel like if I started working out, because I probably work out like once or twice a week. It's like it's sometimes it's once a week. If I worked out more, maybe I would feel tired. And maybe the coffee is why I feel restless. But it's like it's so hard for me because I like making videos. I like being a content creator. So I'm like, ooh, this is a lot of fun. So I'll be up all in the night making videos, just doing stuff. And I'm like, I need to go to sleep.
Right, right. Yeah,
You
I be in that
know,
same
like
position.
what Mandrell was saying about sleeping being so important for weight loss. I already knew that, but I needed the reminder, which is why I feel like you say, God put that live, or made me, come to that live so I can get that word. Because it's like I already knew that, but I haven't been listening to it.
Right. Yeah, sometimes that's what it take. You know what I'm saying? Being in the right place at the right time, hearing it from the right person.
Yeah, and so like when you said that, I'm like, dang, he is right. Like I need to be sleeping. And then are we supposed to get 6 hours of sleep a day as
Eight,
adults? Or
it's
is it eight?
in between 5 and 8. Eight is the most, 5 is the least.
Okay. How many hours of sleep would you say you get a day?
I go to sleep when my body get tired, and I wake up when my body say get up. So I be I be like, it be like 30 minutes to get ready for work. I be like having
30 minutes of sleep? Or
it
it
be like
takes you 30 minutes?
no, it'll take me about 7 to 10 minutes to get to work, right? Because I'm on my bike. So depending how traffic
Yeah.
is too. So I wake up 30 minutes before I gotta be there. So now I'm up rushing, because when I wake up, my body says go back to sleep. You know what I'm saying? So my body only get up
Yeah.
when it's appropriate for it to get up. You know what I'm saying? But I got to train my body not to do that. So the only way to do that is to change my diet. You know what I'm saying? Because it got to be something I'm doing with my diet to make me feel like that. So I got to change it up.
Yeah, and the thing about diet, it's like a 365, 24/7 hour job. It's not something that you just like get to a spot and you're like, oh, I'm done. You have to constantly be thinking about it. But I feel like as humans, we should be thinking like, how can I be better? How can I improve?
Right.
And I'll tell you one thing, avoid these charged lemonades at Panera. They are not good for anybody and they should not be consumed.
Yeah, I don't want none of that.
If you need this much energy, you need to go to sleep.
I'm tired. I'm tired of getting the extra boost. I'm like, and then on top of that, it's like with me, I can think back when I was young and had all this energy, you know what I'm saying, without nothing extra. I'm like, you want to know what? I can go back to that. I still can be that energetic person. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's too late. I definitely don't think I'm too old at the age of 39. It's like this is where I'm my strongest supposed to be at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I agree with that too. It's like, when did I get to this point where I felt like I needed energy instead of it being natural? But I was watching one of these YouTube shows. This lady was saying she was old woman at 38. And I had to think like, dang, I'm 30 years old right now. I'm like, in 8 years, am I gonna feel like an old woman? Like, it was crazy to me that she felt that she was old at
Right.
38.
Made you think. Yeah, it made you think, huh?
Yeah, I don't feel old. I feel like I thought I was young. How did she get old at 38?
That's she was on a whole different level, using her body for all type of stuff. She probably just wore
And
stuff
she
out.
looked old.
Wow. I mean, some people do age faster than others too. So
Yeah, and she was like, "I'm an old woman." I'm like, 38? How are you old at 38? That's crazy.
some people age different.
Like,
She probably was one of those you know, just born incorrectly and had those genetics. You know what I'm saying? Because you ever seen the what's that guy? I forgot his name. I forget his name, but he was like a 30-year-old and a 12-year-old body.
30-year-old and 12-year-old body. Yeah, there are some people that like look super young and some people
Yeah,
that look super old.
right.
But I was just like, dang, I don't want to feel well, I'm not gonna be old at 38. That's crazy. And it's like,
Nah.
damn lady, what have you been through? Because I feel like I'm young.
She
And
over
she
with.
didn't have no kids.
Definitely over with.
And she said she didn't have no kids and she was like, I don't want no kid because I'm an old woman. I'm 38. Like, what?
Ain't no way.
Like, how long you think you finna live for if you old at 38? It's crazy. She's probably one of these charged lemonade drinkers. That's crazy. But
Oh,
we have reached the conclusion of the show. Do you have any final thoughts, main event, bro?
stay out the caffeine or keep it at a lower level. Don't overdo it. And don't let it overconsume you. I really just say leave it alone. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Yeah, because once you get started, that's it. That's it. Well, thank you so much, Main Event Fro, for coming up. We really appreciate your contribution to the show, keeping the stove on. Thank you so much. I'm
No
gonna drop
problem.
you up out of
Appreciate
here and
you.
close the show up.
All right.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right, you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. That is Main Event Fro. His link is in the chat. Going over wrestling reviews. Also, No Captivity with Freezy. Hassan's latest live stream is also in the chat. And we have Ava's Playtime. Don't forget, guys, this is Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bang, Season 1, episode 30. So for my next episode, stay tuned. I think I'm going to cook for you guys on that episode, but we will see. We will see. As always, you can support this channel and keep the stove on at Money Sign Chef Big Bank on Cash App. Follow me on all my social media platforms. We got TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. And if you're on Facebook, join my group. I'm also on Rumble. Please hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel. And thank you guys all so much for watching. And if you have kids, make sure that you subscribe to Ava's Playtime on YouTube. Y'all, my final thoughts are this. Stay away from the charged lemonade from Panera. Try to limit your caffeine. Chef Big Bank is going to embark on a journey. My caffeine out. I'll keep y'all posted. Stay tuned for the next live stream. And every Wednesday at 9 a.m., I'm dropping pre-recorded content. So I'll see y'all tomorrow at 9 a.m. on 907 Goodies. And this has been a good one. I'm out. Peace, y'all. Peace.